Hello everybody, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a good day. I just wanted to show a swap that I'm participating in. This is the one I'm sending out. It was a secret swap is what it was called. I mean, obviously we know who our partners are, but they don't know what we're sending. It was basically sender's choice, color, project, everything. I went a little big on this project. I don't know, just felt like making a big project and I went for it. So I decided to make a stationery box. Not a typical stationery box. There's some other little things in it that maybe weren't normally in a stationery box, but it's what I wanted to make and I made it. I really hope my recipient likes it. I think she will. So this is basically the box. I tried to make it as sturdy as I could. There's probably a good, on each side, 3 to 4 layers depending on, I think 3 layers in the lid, 4 in the box. Paper, cardstock thick, just because I wanted it to have a little meat on the bone. So let's just jump in. So the outside of the box, I use this really pretty teal, green kind of color. And the paper pack that I used, it was copper something or other. And this was all from the same paper pack. So I used this metallic copper paper, pink dollar store silk flowers, some black and gray paper flowers. I tried to use this kind of running theme through the whole box. But the outside was green. And the inside, that's supposed to fall down, and of course it didn't, is also like the teal with the copper and the pinks. It was all from, like I said, the same paper pack. Let me do, well, I could do these. So I decided to, well, let me start back here, because then I can pick up the front. So really what happened was I really wanted to make one of my handmade books with my book binding. I hadn't made one in a while. I really do enjoy making them. They do take a little time, but I really like to make them. So I use some nice heavyweight cardstock. You sew all the signatures together. There's great tutorials out there. If I can find it, I will try to post that video, just for if anybody's interested in how to do it. It's actually not hard at all. I might do a video just showing how I do it. I probably do it a little differently than what she showed in the video. She probably does it the correct way. But it's really not, it's not hard at all. But yep, you sew all the signatures together. I think it worked out to be about 64 pages. I used some nice medium weight, chipboard. I like to make a nice sturdy covers, nice binding on the end. So I used, out of that paper pack, I did use this wood grain paper for my main body of the book. What else to call it? Journal, whatever. I used it on the inside. I did really like the paper. It's very pretty, so I kind of went that way. And it was a nice inspirational cards on the inside, which I really liked. So basically it just says, she believed she could, so she did. Love it. You know, I just thought that was really nice. And I used the black and gray paper flowers. They have the, they're the ones on the wire, so I twirled the wire around a chopstick. You can use anything though, paintbrush, whatever. And then that was the book itself, and to go with the book or journal, whatever, I did a bookmark with the same paper. You know, I just used some corner punches. I did laminate it. I used that wood grain paper, just put the wood grain the other direction, and nothing worth having comes easy. Ink the edges with a little bit of pink, just because it felt a little flat. And obviously it has to be flat. And then I just used some yarn and some of these beads that I got on clearance at Joann's. And they're just fun beads, but I thought it kind of matched the whole thing. And I did put the bookmark into the book. Yeah, and if I were to make this again, I would design the box a little bit differently. But I'm still really happy with the way it came out. The next thing I made were little just 3x3 cards with matching envelopes. I just folded them over because I wanted you to see, I wanted my recipient to see that it's double-sided paper. So I did the green on the outside so that when it's opened, when you give it to somebody, it has the nice pretty peachy flowers. So I did, I think 6, 3, 6, yep. 6 of those. And again, just used some paper out of that paper pack. And a stamp that we had that I really liked. It was out of a stamp set that I think came from, I believe it may have been Tuesday Morning. But follow your dreams. And then when you open it up, I used another stamp, I believe from the same, it was from the same stamp set. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. Thought that was really cool. Sometimes people just need a little pick-me-up. So then I also made some of those fun shaker gift tags. We had some of these thick like chipboard. I think they came from, oh, they definitely came from Michael's. They're part of those Hot Buys. They matched the Hot Buy paper packs for like $5. But the pattern wasn't really what I wanted, so I did cover it with paper, did the tulle, pink tulle. It was like a nice rose color. It's kind of the same color as these flowers, with some pretty sequins. I didn't want to put anything on it because you want to be able to, I want it to be able to be used for any occasion. And I just used some of this teal. I always want to say turquoise, and it's not, it's teal. Ribbon, just kind of matches the whole situation. And I did leave the back blank again because I wanted her to be able to use them any way she could. I did make 3 of those, real big, real nice size. Super fun. So now, the next thing, which the whole point of doing the inside, was to take this stuff out so I could hold up the rest of the box. The next thing I made, well, it wasn't the next thing I made, but another thing I made, and I had never made one. I decided just to try a little mini traveler notebook. Used the copper paper out of the paper pack. Just used an elastic band, which I might try to cover up this knot a little bit. Maybe I'll put a flower or something on there just to make it a little prettier. So yeah, I just basically used those 3 for $1 Dollar Tree composition books. I covered them with paper, laminated the outer piece, which was double-sided, which is nice. And I put 2 of those books in there. So there's 1, 2. I just wanted to try it. I've never done it before. And I actually used hair elastics for the, I don't know, the bindings for the hold, to hold them in. And then I did laminate a piece and just carefully cut it away to make the pockets. You know, at an angle. Cut that away. And I did stick some of the journaling cards that were in the paper pack that matched. Some didn't have lines, some have lines. But these were cool because, again, they were double-sided. So I just thought those were nice to have in there. Like I said, it was really my first attempt. I'd never really tried one. It didn't come out quite perfect, but it wasn't so like, oh, God, this is terrible. I can't send this. So, and it was my first shot at it, and I still think I did pretty good, considering I'd never done one. Yep, and I just covered a second composition book, which can be taken out. She can add in. She can change it out. Just use the composition books if she wants, however she wants to do it. Really, the next thing I made was this part. I did 2 altered pens. I did a black pen. I did the thing where you just take like a scrap piece, and I just used my bone folder to kind of just to roll it to get it started. Then I used the chopstick. I happen to have chopsticks from other projects that I bought off of Amazon, so I have like thousands of them. Well, not thousands, but hundreds probably of them, at least 100 of them. And I just used the piece, like a 1-inch piece, wrapped it around it, you know, popped all this out, shoved it in, put the ink back in, and then I just used some of those black and gray flowers, twirled the little wires. I just thought it was pretty. So it comes off. These are nice. They're Dollar Tree pens, but I really like these Dollar Tree gel pens. I think you get 6 in a package for $1 of these. Really like those pens. I like the way they write. And the blue pens were, they're good too. I think you get 8 for $1. They're decent. I do like the gel pen better, but I always like to give a blue and a black pen. And I know my light's kind of bright, but I just used some of that scrap piece of this paper here just to roll it up. Shove it all in there. Shove the ink back in. Glued the flowers on. Just, I don't know, I just thought it was pretty. I might add some charms or something to those. I never finalize a project before I'm always doing stuff right to the time it's going into the box, so. I think we all have been there. The other thing I did, this is why I needed to pick it up, was I used some Dollar Tree Post-it notes, and I just made a little cover, real simple little cover, glued it on to the front piece that comes down. So they're Post-it notes that can just be pulled off. There are so many reasons to be happy in that metallic copper. Really like that. I wanted to pull the flowers throughout, so I decided to do them there. And then I just made a little pocket for some stamps. You know, I just threw some Forever stamps in there that hopefully she can use. So that's really it. I was trying to keep this video short and sweet and to the point. I have a habit of rambling. Now, there is one thing my sister just dropped off maybe an hour or so ago, and that she got for my mom and I, because we craft together. Her YouTube is Lily's Crafty Corner. Go check it out. Her videos are fun. She does a lot of hauls. She did like decoupaged wine bottles using the napkins. They really came out cute. Definitely go check her out, please. She really, her videos are fun. I like watching my mom's videos. I know, even though I see the stuff, I still watch the videos because they are fun. So let me just show what my sister brought home. And you can hear I'm straining a little bit for us. This is a giant roll of commercial double-sided adhesive. It's just under 2 inches thick. First thing I did was go and grab the ruler, as I see, because I'm like, what is this sitting on the kitchen table when I got home from work? And my sister was still here, and she told us what it was. Basically, at her job, they had like, I'm not going to get into her whole job, but she has, they had like a workshop floor. She works with mentally handicapped adults, high functioning, and they had a workshop floor, but I guess they got bought up by another company, so their funding is different, so they don't have the workshop anymore. They did like some basic manufacturing, and they had all these like industrial machines, and I guess this was one of the packaging machines. Well, they sold the machines, but this roll was messed up, so they didn't, you know, and they probably bought all the supplies with the machines, I would assume, that they had left. But because this roll was messed up, they were just going to throw it out. And when my sister realized it was double-sided adhesive, she's like, I know my mom and my sister used that stuff. And it's such a huge roll, she was like, instead of throwing it out, can I have it? And they had no problem with that, because it was literally just going to go in the garbage, because it's absolutely no good in the machine because of that hump in it. It needs to be flat. So she brought this to us, and I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. So, so it's really cool. And there's so freaking much of it that this is definitely going to get sent out as goodies. I'm just going to try to come up with a way to roll it onto something, whether it be a laminated piece of cardstock or what. But I think people are going to definitely get gifted some of this, because it's almost like a sheet. Like, I mean, we were looking at it and we're like, man, that's like great for like, you know, when you want to put multiple sheets of paper, you know, like on an ATC, you want to like make it thicker or something, because that's almost 2 inches right there. So, and it's nice because we won't have to use up all the thin score tapes if you need to cover a large area. So we were super excited about this. I couldn't thank her enough. I mean, heck, I would have bought it from the company, but they were literally just going to chuck it. So it was literally just going to go in the garbage. So it came to my house, so I am not complaining. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that jazz. You know, I do want to do a few tutorial videos. Maybe I will do like on how to put one of those books together. That might end up being multiple videos. I would probably start with the signatures, then kind of show. And I mean, everybody kind of, not everybody, but I know a lot of you know who watch my videos are in the crafting world and are way above me in the crafting world. Have you know kind of how to put like a book cover together. So really, I would just, the main thing would be sewing those signatures together, because that's something I don't see in the groups too much. And it's a little I don't want to say tedious, but it does take a little time. But I really have fun making them. I do them while I'm watching TV or whatever, so it's not, I'm usually watching other people's YouTube videos, so it's not like overly complicated either. It's actually quite simple. So yeah, I'm probably going to show that soon, just because I enjoy making them. And, you know, they do take practice. I did not nail it the first couple. It did take a little time to just get used to it and to kind of figure it out and how tight to pull the yarn, the threads and different things. So it just takes a little practice. But anywho, like I said, I just wanted to brag about our giant roll of free adhesive. So thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later. Bye.